We're at NAMM 2010 with Rudy Sarzo. How you doing, Rudy?
I'm doing terrific, Frankie. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's always nice to see you.
You too?
So what's going on with you these days?
Okay, well, we're at the PV booth, and I have my... Actually, last year was the 25th year anniversary model, but since it was last year, so it's just my signature PV model, bass model that I have. And I also play the amplifiers. And also right here at NAMM, besides being here at PV, I'm doing demos at Sony, which I'm heading.
Is that the first year you're doing something with Sony?
Oh no, I've done. I've been with. It used to be called Sonic Foundry. For they had the software Acid, Vegas, and SoundForge, and then they were acquired by Sony years ago. And so it's the same company under a different umbrella, and incredible software. I've been using it since Acid since version 2 over 10 years ago. And Vegas from day one, and it's just incredible. So I've been doing demos based on stereoscopic technology, like Avatar and all of that, 3D. And which
sounds impressive.
Actually, it's a very simple, but it's the technology that drives it. See, this is a 3D stereo camera. It's got 2 lenses, just like eyes, and this is what makes it stereo. And now you can actually render this as anaglyph, which is what you see people, that's like low resolution, the red and the cyan with the funny glasses. Also, you can render it as polarized, which is what when you watch a movie in the theater with those more, higher resolution glasses, or shutter. Shutter is the technology that's going to be released this year with the domestic television sets. Sony is coming out with them. And what it is, it's a process where you're wearing glasses that it shuts the eye, like constantly. That's what they call it, shutter glasses. And that's your maximum 3D viewing experience with those glasses.
So you're going to shoot videos with that?
Well, actually, I'm demonstrating how to turn this and be able to do the editing in Vegas of 3D and come out with basically an anaglyph. Because we're not set up at the booth for the other resolution, the polarizer or the shutter, but you could do it.
So this is a little different than the music thing.
Well, but it's all tied in because I'm a big believer that musicians need to also learn to promote their music with video. I mean, look at what we're doing now. Right, I'm promoting what I'm doing with a video. So it's the tools exist, and sometimes it's the same tool that you use to create audio, like Vegas. It's an audio recording software. You use that same software to edit your video.
And it makes it much more interesting because of the 3D.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to give you the advantage. The more cutting edge you are with anything that you produce, whether it's music or audio or video, the better chance you have that people are going to gravitate toward your website and say, hey, let me catch this guy. Wow, he's doing something in 3D. So, you want that certain advantage.
That's the kind of thing that gets stuck on Facebook and then sent to a lot of people because they think it's really cool.
Yes, I've been posting. As a matter of fact, I did all the demos for Sony for this show. I did them in 2D and 3D because that's another thing. You can render it, the same file, the same video file, 3D file. You have the option to render it as a 2D regular, movie clip, or 3D. The same edit, everything. It's just a matter of like a couple of clicks.
Well, I love that because you are not being stagnant in your career. You're promoting yourself. Even after all these years of doing what you're doing, you're still out there trying to find new technologies and new ways.
I'm not as much into promoting myself as I am into letting people know, making them aware of the technology. A lot of times I find myself doing stuff not for me, but for everybody else, because I just want to further the art, further the music by sharing my knowledge.
Which is why you come to NAMM.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this is what we do. Like when we do a demo, we're actually sharing what we have learned, our experiences with everybody else. So hopefully it will help somebody else to take what we do further.
And are you playing while you're here this weekend?
Yeah, I'll be playing tonight at the Galaxy Theater, tonight, Friday, at the Galaxy Theater with Tracy Guns. Yeah.
And one more question. How's Ronnie?
Ronnie's doing really good. As a matter of fact, he's over halfway through his treatment, and he's very strong, and he's already booking shows with Heaven and Hell. So, you know,
Awesome, really?
You can keep him down.
No, you can't. And he's a fighter, definitely.
It's really an inspiration. Always has been.
Well, good. What's coming up for you personally?
For me? Oh, a lot of great things. Besides doing this, I also do Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
Someone about that today.
Yeah, and it's going to be a VH1 reality show this year, so...
You're doing reality TV?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
But then again, it's not about me doing reality TV. One of the things that I learned about Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, it's such an incredible experience. I mean, basically, it's what I consider the salt of the earth. You have surgeons, brain surgeons or heart surgeons, or you got lawyers, you have members of the military, soccer moms, people that keep the world spinning, but their dream is to be a musician. So you get them all in one room, a lot of A personalities, A types. And what's really interesting is that being a musician, I deal with a lot of slackers, people that still, after being in a band for 10 years, they still don't know what they want to play. What do you think? Is this all right? No. These people are very focused. They're there in a mission, and they get things done really quick. I mean, we're given sometimes 3 days to put the band together, write an original song, going to record at Capitol Studios with Eddie Kramer. The third day, you're playing that song live. And meanwhile, you're doing with some rock icon like Robbie Krieger or Ace Frehley or, Steven Tyler, Todd Rundgren, people like that. And they're so focused. There was one time that I see, there's this guy has never sang in his life, and he's a lawyer. And I said, I try to get into the world, know where they're coming from, so I can have a reference, how to work with them. So he's a litigator. Okay, here's a guy. Let me do something. Let's take a legal pad and put the lyrics. So you're holding a legal pad, which is what you do when you stand in front of the judge. So that comfort zone. Okay, you're there. So this guy's doing Come Together, right? And we're rehearsing, and in comes Steven Tyler, and I go, uh-oh, this is all going to fall apart here because Steven Tyler was walked in. No, he's so focused in what he's doing that he doesn't even care if Steven Tyler's right on his face singing along with him. That's an experience, because I learned a lot from that. Yeah. The average musician where he's just falling apart. This guy was so driven. Nobody in the band dropped anything. Everybody just kept playing.
That was his moment, though, because he doesn't get moments like that.
Absolutely. But, this is something that I say, he was able to apply his directness that he uses in his vocation to music. And it's all relative, So my participation in that show is based on that. It's not about me. It's about the people gathering there to have their rock and roll fantasy.
Well, I've always, for as long as I've known you, you've always seemed to be a very humble person, and you take the time to talk to people and help people, and I find even being here at NAMM today, there's so many musicians that don't even want to talk to you. It's like, talk to my manager and all that, and you're always been so forthcoming, and we appreciate that. Yeah, well, I can only do what I can do. I cannot make anybody else do anything else, So, but as far as whatever is under my control, I'm here, and I'm here to get together with everybody, and it's always a pleasure to get together with you. Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and I am going to look for that Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. We have like an hour to talk. I know, really. I know it's always so brief, but you're a busy guy, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. All right, take care. Thank you.